Should the court as opponents?
Yeah, I mean, Enrique is like a sister to me. So, like I said, business is business. So, you have to do what's best for yourself, and we always understand that and keep it 100 with each other. So, I love to compete against her and with her. So, to go at each other and to play together, like a lot of people don't get to say they get to do that with their best friend. So, it's all love always with her.
Dana, the bench outscored the Wings 27-10, and y'all obviously did that facing the adversity of losing Becca and Morgan for this game, which is 9 players to put up 94. Can you speak to what was clicking tonight offensively and just how good this one feels to get that done that way?
I would just say it's always next man up. You just got to be ready when the opportunity presents itself. Be ready to step up. I think Sika did a great job for us tonight, energy-wise, defensive-wise, rebounding. She came in and she changed the game. I think she was a big part of that. And no, go ahead.
Brian?
So, Dana, can you just talk to us about just your mindset down the stretch, getting that tough bucket on the fourth?
I mean, I like to score. Obviously, that's something that I know that I can do and rely on. But just being able to step up, I got people that trust me. I feel like my teammates trust me, my coaching staff trust me. So having that trust just gives you more confidence.
And there's just one quick follow up to what you talked about Sika, just her impact. Talk to us just about just how her activity overall just so far is just going to be a good precursor for you down the stretch.
I think it's a trickle effect. I think once one person comes in and bring that energy, we have to step up and bring the energy as well. Yeah, that one got me. But yeah, so having that player to come in and change the tempo of the game is key. We needed that big time.
For Marina. So, of course, last game, you really got it scoring, or you really got it going in your scoring department. And then today you doubled up on that, getting the 23 points. Can you speak to just how you see in the game, or is it just like a general feel thing within the offense that's clicking for you?
Yeah, I mean, it takes adjusting. Like, I played in Dallas for 3 years and come to Chicago. It's a completely different system. So just giving yourself that grace and patience and like, I'm going to get used to my teammates. My teammates are welcoming me and my coaches are helping me. So just trusting in the process and trusting myself as a player.
Thank you. And then for Dana, so I spoke to the coach last game about your drives and how it seems like it has like a good impact on the offense in terms of adding to the spacing and things like that. Do you attribute it to a mindset thing, or is it the aforementioned like muscle that you mentioned you put over on the offseason?
I would just say it's just a mindset thing. I know what I can do. It's just about me applying it and just having confidence in it. I think my last 2 years playing behind Courtney, I was able to watch her be a point guard, but that helped me. But I also want to still be me and still be a scoring point guard because that's what I am.
Marina, what were you talking about at the free throw line with the official when you were taking, I think it was the
technical or something? Oh, just, I don't know. I had like a post up and I felt like someone hit me in the mouth. Well, actually, someone definitely hit me in the mouth. So I wanted to tell them about it.
Okay.
Definitely came up. They were all like, come on, Marina.
I was wondering what was going on.
It's like, no, I need to get this out.
Question for either of you guys, or I guess both of you guys. Building off of the things that you said about Sika, this was her, her first minutes in the WNBA. So do you think that you perceived she was feeling any sort of way, and did you feel like you had to support her a little bit in those first minutes?
I think she came in energy, just being ready. I think she was ready the whole time. Coach talked to her and was telling her that she needed to be ready. And I think she did that. She came in, gave us energy. She was scoring. She was rebounding. I think Satu got going. And when she got on her, she tried to slow her down. But yeah, I think she was just ready to play.
Marina, after putting up a points and assist high for the season, what are you really looking to build on after this big win and performance?
It was really not about me. Like, whoever goes off goes off. So okay, so maybe it was my night, they were finding me, but maybe next game would be somebody else. And really just enjoying the 24 assists and feeling like you're a part of like the team group and trusting that if it comes to me, I'm ready to shoot. If not, I'm making the next pass and Dana's gonna make it like she did.
Period.
Carly Bell on Zoom. This is just a kind of a follow-up on that assist number to you, Marina. To see 24 assists from this team, that's something that you guys have kind of preached over these last couple games. What does that mean to you guys to know that you guys are starting to get on the right track offensively and the shots are starting to fall?
I think it just takes the pressure off any one person feeling like they have to do it all. Like, I know that my teammates are going to pass to me when I'm open. So whenever I see two or I see somebody step up, I'm going to make that pass right away. And it just makes it a lot easier to play the game, honestly.
Marina. And then one last follow-up. We know that Sika really showed out, but also Elena Smith as well kind of really had a great presence inside. What did you see from her today? Do you feel that you guys saw her enter into a comfortability level? What did you just see out of her today?
Yeah, I mean, she had a really tough assignment, and I think she just kept on fighting and put her flair to it. She had a bunch of rebounds. She had a couple of really tough shots and important shots. So just, again, like giving that confidence to everybody that when they're open, they shoot the ball and do their thing, and then we all got each other's back on defense.
Thank you.
Left side.
Marina, obviously you kind of said, it's like another game winning wise, but having played with some of those players you were playing against today on Dallas, does that kind of help you at all be aware of how their defensive game is structured? And did that help you put up a big performance tonight?
Nope. I want to win the game against every single person that we play against.
Back row.
Dana, you were a force defensively tonight, often putting pressure on the wings as they brought the ball up. How did you and your team's collective scrappiness and effort on the defensive side impact the outcome today?
I think it starts on the defensive end. I think once you get them out of their flow, get them out of their rhythm, it's harder for teams to score. So that's always my job. I just try to mess things up, be a pest, get some steals, just shake something up, have something going defensively, because I think we have players that can really defend, and I think that's what we got to take pride in, getting stops defensively, because I think everybody on our roster can score. We have shooters, everybody can shoot, so we have to focus more on defense.
Last few, Annie.
For either of you or both of you, if you both want to answer this one, the turnovers improved slightly from the last game, but what do you attribute this high number to? Is it still just, figuring each other out, not having, a ton of time in the game together? You obviously...
I shouldn't talk because I had 3 turnovers, so you got that one.
Oh, girl, I'm good for 3 every time. It's the beginning of the season. Like, some teams just go out there and they don't turn the ball over, and other teams still trying to learn each other. So I think that we could be a little bit more protecting of the ball for sure. Dallas is long though, and I think sometimes people don't give them credit for how long they are, and they get their hand on the ball, they get deflections, they're aggressive. So just being a little bit more protective and also giving ourselves a chance to learn each other and know where we were passing and where we're not passing. So
Last 2, front row, middle.
Yeah, so Marina, first couple games of the season, you've been right around that 24 minutes per game mark. Today, you're well over that number with 34.
yeah.
Do you think you playing this many minutes is sustainable? And if you do, I was wondering if you've changed anything regiment-wise to help you to prepare for playing this much.
I mean, a lot of people in the league play 34 minutes. I mean, it's definitely sustainable. But, it's just managing your body, figuring out what works for you. Yeah, I mean, it hurts a little bit right now for 34 minutes. The lungs are hurting, but I'm just going to give myself a chance. The body always adjusts, and I'm going to do it with my mind.
Any wrap-ups? All right, thank you. Thanks, players.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, my legs hurt for sure.
start with Annie.
Considering the adversity that your team is overcoming at the moment, how impressed are you with this 94-point performance from the 9 players collectively?
It was good. Yeah, it was good. I mean, but that's what, that's what we have to do. So we have no choice but to do it, and it's cool. We're the staff is confident of them being ready to do it, and they're confident in each other. And I think I have one of the better staffs. They really get them ready to have games like this and to overcome whatever. So it's not as big as people want to see it as. We're really confident. When I say we're really confident, then with all the players that we have on our roster, we are.
When you say it's not as big as people want to think it is, do you mean like the adversity that you're?
Yeah, it's not.
It's not that big of a deal.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Chinese farmer.
Alana, we talked about pregame, just obviously her cleaning up some of those fouls. To see the performance from her that you did today, how pleased are you with that?
She did a great job. I thought she did a good job of overcoming adversity, because the first play I yelled at her, and then she came down and hit a 3 right after, and then she had a couple of fouls. I think they're going to get used to her. The refs are going to get used to her because she doesn't look like a great defender. Neither her nor Morgan. They look like great defenders, but they are like really good defenders. They keep their hands out of stuff and they retreat on drives, and they're able to block shots. And so they always stay vertical. They don't go forward. And I think people have to get used to that. So she gets in trouble because of the reputation that she doesn't have yet. And they'll see it. She's one of the better defenders that I've seen be able to stay in place and not foul and able to block shots.
And then last one for me, going back to Elizabeth late in the game, was that just with Sika with 5 fouls, or why'd you want to go back to Elizabeth late there?
No, I just wanted to veteran it. Yeah.
And then comments on Sika's performance today?
She was all right.
Hey, Coach. Kind of piggybacking off of that point with from Annie, was it in the script to go with Sika as long as you did today, or was it just kind of in the moment call?
No, I thought we needed an energy boost, and like I've liked Sika for a long time. I knew that's something that she can always provide. You guys will see it as the season goes on. She's probably one of the most high octane players that that you can have, and her not really having consistent practice with us because she was just cleared, I want to say yesterday. So her not having practice, she didn't know anything. So she was just playing. She was just hooping. And, our vets, Courtney, Ka, and, Marina and Dana, and Elizabeth, they do a really good job. Elena do a really good job of coaching her in the game. Yeah, and that's what you saw, and they were able to get her in the good spots, and she was able to raise our energy a little bit more in the second half. So that's the reason I stayed with her. I thought our energy was a little bit higher with her on the floor.
Did her impact kind of bring a semblance to Rebecca Gardner? Of course, her presence wasn't there today, but
right, yeah, it did. That's what Tanya, our assistant, was saying. Like, it reminded you of that a little bit. And so we like that here, and that's we need for players to be at that high level energy for us to win games.
And then you spoke about Elena a little bit earlier. I think a lot of the scenarios are like helper type of situations when Elizabeth steps up to put out a fire. I think you guys are really good with that. Did you kind of notice a trend with that over the course of this game?
Yeah, we talk about it, and we try to drill it. And so, you see it translate on the court and you're happy. That means that your coaching staff, they're doing a good job. And the players, they get it and they're bought into it. And that's the stuff they focus on, the little things. That's the one thing I can say about this team. They really, really focus on getting the little things right, and they appreciate those things. So that's what helps us be successful.
Coach, so with Marina, starting to cook a little bit, is that just what you envisioned when you made the acquisition this offseason?
Yeah, she can hoop. She could play, man. And like the draft pick, man, the draft pick can hoop too, probably. But I can't see it. It's just a piece of paper. But Marina's a real person that can ball. and that's what we expect her to do, I guess, without having expectations. But that's what,
First row left, and then we'll go second row center.
How's it going, Coach? I have a one clarifying question and then a follow up. So, just my clarifying question. You said that she was just cleared yesterday, so she hasn't run through any of the plays with you guys, done full practices, and just watched. Or?
She was cleared for contact, so she could go through the 5-on-0 stuff and the kind of drills that we do, but she couldn't do anything with contact. You saw that beautiful mask that makes her look like an X-Man.
Yeah,
we were waiting on that to get fitted, and now she has it, and she was just happy to be out there. And I think you guys will see how fun she is to coach, and you'll get a lot of pride from having her in the Chicago Sky uniform.
Yeah. So and then my follow-up question, where do you think her development goes from here, building off of today?
Deerfield practice facility. No, I think we, our coaches, we really pride ourselves on player development, and it's the first thing we do every morning in practice. And we feel like she has a very large ceiling, a high ceiling, and she hasn't tapped into it yet. This is her first time in the WNBA, and she's only 20 years old, and it's not a lot of college players that you guys like and that are very successful that can go over to Spain and lead the league in scoring and rebounding. And she was doing that as an 18-year-old kid. And we feel like, the sky's the limit for her. Like I said, she's improved her shot, but she's somebody that works really, really, really extremely. She's in the gym a lot, and she's going to always give you her best effort. So I think those players, they improve. The ones that work hard. You see a guy, if you like a Giannis, somebody that works that hard, he's going to improve. And just like a Kalia Copper, you see how hard she works, she's going to improve. I think Sika has some of those same traits.
Coach, you said pregame the defensive focus was on making sure Enrique doesn't get comfortable. She had 11-point second quarter, but was 3 of 13 in the second half. What kind of adjustments did you make at halftime? And
we looked at film at halftime, and we were looking at spots where she was catching the ball and how she was able to get downhill. So we tried to shift our defense a little bit where she was, where she felt more crowded. So yeah.
Carly Bell on Zoom. Carly Bell on Zoom.
Hey, Coach, I know you've talked about wanting to get the assist numbers up. You guys set the season high today so far with 24. Is this the level of comfortability that you enjoy seeing out of your offense, or do you think that they can get even more dimes up from here?
Well, I think they could get up more dimes if we don't turn it over as much. I think that's probably the next chapter for us is cutting down the turnovers. But this is the way Chicago Sky plays. We share the ball, we move it, and we know that's hard to guard. And everybody that plays every position has to be a willing passer, and we're going to hold everybody to that because it makes us hard to prepare for. So yeah, 24 assists is great, and hopefully we can just keep it up.
And then quick follow-up on the turnovers. You had more in the first half than you did in the second half. I want to say you only had 5 or 6 in the second half. What was the difference that you made at halftime to help limit the turnover ratio? And we were able to limit the opponent points off of it as well. What was said at halftime to make that change?
We showed them at halftime, and it's like if you're wearing a ugly suit or ugly dress and they show it to you on a picture, you probably would never wear it again. And so once we showed it to them at halftime, everybody knew that was that ugly suit that they were wearing, and they didn't want to do it again. So they just paid more attention to it, and we paid a lot more attention to our spacing too, and the timing in our screens. And so it's what helped us a lot in the second half.
Thank you so much.
Wrapping it up, last few, Barry back row.
James, the crowd was super into it today. You had a stadium-wide stretch break, people doing yoga poses. There was the
Serious?
wave. Yeah, people were doing like the
Yoga
tree
poses?
with the knee on their or the foot on their knee.
Seriously?
Yeah, for real.
What was that about?
It was like a U Chicago medicine sponsored like stretch break. People were like the whole crowd was into it. There was even one point people were doing jumping jacks
During the game?
Yes, yeah. So that's besides the point. But there was just this
That's
huge
interesting to me,
excitement.
though. You can go into that.
But I'm wondering, how did this excitement and energy? How did your team feed off of that?
That's a good question. I didn't know we did yoga. I mean, if they're going to do that every game, that's cool. If it gives us the kind of, that's weird, right? They were doing yoga during the game. Okay, I didn't know. But the energy in the crowd was amazing. It was amazing. I wouldn't know what goes on. I can just hear, as long as I don't hear "Coach, you suck," that's the only thing. I'm good, But the energy was amazing. I felt like they supported us, but it's always great to play at home, man. I love playing here. I absolutely love playing here.
James, for you guys to get a win today with a sort of different formula, obviously with a higher scoring game, what does that do for this group as it comes together earlier in the season here?
I really want to score today for us. I wanted to make sure that you want to see some points put on the board after all the defensive intensity that you put into it and get some easy baskets. So it just gives us the right mindset to keep, our defensive intensity and our defensive priority going. So even, it just shows that we can score even if we're a high octane defensive team.
When you say you showed them at halftime, you played clips of the turnovers at halftime?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We always try to correct things. They don't really like hearing me talk, so I'd rather just show them.
Any wrap-ups? Awesome, thank you.
Got one more?
So Courtney had 11 rebounds today.
Yeah.
Is that something that when you brought her into creation, was that something that she wanted to emphasize in terms of having guards chipping in the board?
Yeah, she's one of the best. She's one of the best rebounding guards in the history of our game, and she even beat us on our offensive rebound in Connecticut when Sloot helped up, and she came offensive rebound and put it in to kind of get it to overtime or whatever. But she's done that to us over the years, and we envision that's something that we wanted her to do because we want to have more possessions than the other team. Yeah.
Thanks, Coach. For those who requested an extra player, can you wait out in the lobby and then I'll come and grab you guys when the players are ready. Thank you.